Hello everyone, and welcome to the Joyful in the Garden with Joyful Living. I am Kimberly Dixon. Guys, we're doing something new for the first time today. We are live on Facebook and we are live on Instagram. So if you see us looking in one direction and then the other one, you'll definitely know why. But we are here with a special guest today. My guest today in the Joyful Living Garden is Laurie Jones. Laurie, tell everybody about yourself.
Well, this is not my first trip to the Joyful Living Garden. Let me begin with, I'm the owner of Black-Ology Coffee Company. I actually love coming here to the garden. There's so much beauty around, and you know, I'm trying to learn a little bit of green thumbing myself with my garden. I
like that term. We're gonna start green thumbing. We're gonna start green thumbing, guys.
But Kim is a good friend of mine. You know, she's been supportive on this journey, launching Black-Ology Coffee Company. But yeah, that's a little intro to who I am.
Well, we are certainly glad to have you here with us today, because you know I have been so excited about this. So much so that when I talk about it, I say we, and I'm like, pardon me everybody, I don't own any stock in Black-Ology Coffee, but it was so good the first time that I tried it, that it felt like, when I open them open, when you're like, the heavens opened up, that kind of experience, so much so that I immediately went live and talked about the coffee with everyone in Facebook land. Forgive me guys, this is my first time being live on Instagram.
But you've been along for the journey from the very beginning. You've seen the struggle.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So, as long as I've known you, which has been several years now, you've always talked about starting a coffee company. So tell us about where your love of coffee came from.
My love of coffee, it initially came from the corporate world, right?
Okay.
Working at Xerox is when I first was dubbed the coffee lady in a corporate setting. The job offered coffee. It was okay. It was a daily need for me. And then being introduced to Starbucks shortly thereafter, I'm like, oh, there's such a thing as good coffee. Okay. So, you know, that started sparking my interest in trying other things, other coffees. Looking for taste and the bold flavor and things like that. So that was kind of my first introduction into it.
Okay. So you started this coffee company earlier this year in the middle of a pandemic. Why now?
Why not now?
I asked the question, she answered it. Why not now? Okay, girl, I like the way how you do it. Now we can talk and sip at the same time, so I want to enjoy my.
Oh yeah, this is the Black Heritage blend. I may have left the bag in the house there, but
yeah, I don't see one here on the table. Yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know, Black Heritage, or Heritage, which is the the espresso roast, is a bold, deep flavored coffee, and it is delicious. First of all, let me tell y'all a little bit about me. I drink coffee, but my dad tells me I'm not a coffee drinker because I enjoy it with cream. But Black-Ology coffee has been the first coffee that I've been able to drink with just a little bit of sugar or a stevia or whatever sweetener I'm using at the particular time. And I like it because it's smooth and it is flavorful, which is really different from a lot, because I started drinking coffee because I like hot fluid. I like heat.
Comfort.
It was comforting to me. So this has been and I'm one of those few that does not like, I do not like Starbucks coffee. I don't like none of it. And I don't care how many times you're like, ooh, try this, you will love it.
Nope.
No, I do not. I don't. But this coffee is smooth. It doesn't have any bitterness to it, and it has flavor, and you can taste the different notes of flavor. So, you know, I told you recently that I sent my mom a bunch of different bags for her birthday. So the day after her birthday, I called her and I said hello. Do you know what she said?
What?
She's like, Kim, girl, that coffee is good. I was like, well, Mama, I just wanted to get your review of it, but that said it all, because there were no pleasantries. There was no anything else. She simply went into how good that coffee was. So you've been in business a few months now. Tell us about this journey.
All right. Well, I actually initially wanted to start the coffee company about 3 years ago.
Okay.
I was working at Blue Cross and Blue Shield at the time. I had samples on hand from a roaster that I was working with down in Clearwater, Florida, since I haven't had the tools to be able to roast on my own. So, after a year of sampling and roasting and trying things out, I decided to go ahead and move forward with the coffee at that time. At that time, it was Coffee Snob Coffee Company.
Because we have discerning taste when it comes to coffee. Like, I'm a coffee snob.
That came from watching Frasier. Frasier is one of my favorite shows.
I used to love Frasier.
Coffee Snob derived from that. That didn't work out. I actually placed a very large coffee order with this particular company and never received any products. And
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, person disappeared. So I took that as now is not the time. Counted my losses in that particular situation, and kind of got back into it a year ago, around June of last year.
Can I interject something there? Because what you just said really reminds me a lot of how gardening is. You may have the best intentions, you planted something, and you expected to get a harvest from it, but for whatever reason, it did not materialize. Doesn't mean that you don't have a green thumb. You can't green thumb it. I'm gonna be using that term for the rest of my life. And it doesn't mean that you can't do this. It may have not been the right season for it. Because there are crops that are perfect for the springtime and the fall time that won't necessarily thrive in the summer because it's too hot for them. So you have to do things in its season.
That's right.
So I think the season for Black-Ology is now.
I came up with the name Black-Ology in June of last year, and it just did not sit right with me. That just was not the time.
Okay.
The feedback from family members and things was, it's controversial. People might take it the wrong way. I don't think it's a good idea. Things like that. So I held off. I marinated. I prayed on it, and
don't make a move without prayer.
Yeah, until I got my answer.
So you mentioned the name of it and that it was controversial. What's the significance of the name?
So Black-Ology is intended to mean multiple things. I knew that it would translate to different meanings to different people. For me, it's the ology is the study of black coffee.
Right.
I want people to at least taste the coffee while it's black and its purest form.
You got me to do that too.
I know.
And I was like, and I don't do that. But it was good. It was like, okay, I taste it. And I didn't go.
And with tasting it black, what I hope to achieve is that people will actually continue to drink the coffee black, or they will put much, much less creamer and sugar. There are a lot of customers that I've talked to that they think that the coffee is supposed to be a certain color when you add cream and sugar, so they don't actually taste anything until it gets to a certain color, which takes away from
the taste of the coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, I'm one of those, I like blonde coffee, but that means that I like cream. So with this, has really, as you can see today, I don't have any cream in my coffee, guys.
And espresso roast.
And it's an espresso roast. I was a medium roast kind of girl, like, no, I don't want nothing strong. But let me take you through. Well, first of all, some of your coffees are African coffees. What made you decide on African coffees?
That was also a play on the Black-Ology portion of it, to focus on coffees from Africa. It was actually an idea that was thrown my way that I kind of sat on for a little bit. I'm like, let me think on that. But again, talking to my greater being, which in this case happens to be God. When I sat up in the middle of the night that night, it was like boom, 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 boom. This is what it is. This is what you do. Yes, this is a yes. I mean, there was no question, and literally everything has been in my head. So it just came out.
So, guys, I mentioned earlier that today we're drinking the Black-Ology, the heritage coffee, and well, which y'all don't know is I named it. So there was a contest, and I've already put out the disclosure that I'm going to mention that until the end of time, because I'm tickled pink about it. That's how I got this shirt and the mug. No, and the mug. I won it. But there was a contest to name their espresso roast coffee, and I was like, well, espresso roast is bold, it's dark, it's black. I was like, it has a lot of flavor and a lot of connotations with it, and with the name Black-Ology, and I knew that this was the study of black coffee, and then I knew that as a black person having heritage, of black people have a heritage of boldness, of strength, of character, of all of those positive things. And when I saw it, I don't usually enter contests. I just don't. It ain't there's anything wrong with them. I just like, oh, this, and go on about my business. But as soon as I saw that post, I was like, heritage. And then I sent it to you, and you were like, oh my God, I love it. But she didn't say anything about it. I just went to the porch one day, and there's a box, and I was like, what? And Laurie, one of those, she surprised you. So I was like, what is this? And I opened the box up, and I meant to put my band on. I'm a bad host, y'all. All of these wonderful things. But a coffee mug and several different coffees and some stickers, and I just squealed like a pig. And I'm just tickled pink that the name that came to mind, because I don't do anything without consulting God. My in the Garden of Joyful Livings, the topics, the content, it's all about God. And if I don't get on Monday or Tuesday of a week, I'll typically start asking God, what do you want me to talk about this week? What's the subject this week? And then Friday night, I'm like, God, I'm supposed to go live in the morning. What you want me to talk about? And I wake up in the middle of the night, or sometimes he'll give me something on Wednesday, and then I'll plan. I like what I'm gonna say, but I think I plan too much, and I get up Saturday morning, and he'll be like, "No, we're gonna talk about this." So the fact that came to me that way, that the name was a direct. I know that God is in this and is moving. So how has the business been going so far?
Business has been very well. It has been. God definitely has his hand in this. I do see that the number of blessings and donations and people pouring their hearts out, and people that I don't know that are giving feedback is one of the most rewarding things for me.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Laurie, nobody deserves this more than you, because I know you're a business owner and I am a business owner. But let me tell you guys, when I say that Laurie has been pouring into me in ways that nobody can imagine for years, with no expectation of anything in return. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm so excited, because I've been listening to you talk about Coffee Snob for years, and I knew it was going to come. So now that Black-Ology is here, I'm excited for you. And you've been getting coverage on the local news and in blog posts. I hear you got mentioned in a blog post from England a few days ago.
Yeah, mentioned in a post from the UK, an article in Daily Coffee News out in Portland, Oregon.
I saw that too.
Travel Noir, which I had no idea really. I don't even know how they got the story. But yeah, I mean, it's been.
You're making waves.
Yeah.
I told you when I first tasted the coffee, I'm like, Laurie has just launched a multi-million-dollar business, and I really feel that way because the coffee is just that good. So let's go through what we have here on the table. Well, first of all, you can get it in whole bean for those who like to grind their own coffee, but you can also get it already ground for those that are a little bit morning lazy. I ain't lazy, but I'm morning lazy. That means when I get up in the morning, I don't want to do a whole lot. So the first coffee that I tried was the Burundi, and I thought it was my absolute favorite until I tried Thewanda, and then she just messed everything up. So the Burundi, delicious, absolutely delicious. We have the dark roast Sumatra,
and the organic one.
This one, all of it is. This one is
organic, and this one is organic. These are only available in ground. These are
okay. Okay, so that the dark roast Sumatra and the breakfast blend are only available in already ground, and they're organic. And then we have
now the regular. This is the original dark roast and breakfast blend. These two are not organic.
Okay.
But these were the first ones that we launched.
And okay. And we were in such a hurry to get on that we left the heritage in the house, which is what we're actually drinking. That which is the latest addition to the family. I named it. And this bag here is the Rwanda. So a few weeks ago, I went to the Black-Ology experience, which was a coffee tasting. We did a pour over and learned some new things about coffee. And I had not tried anything but the Burundi and the breakfast blend at that point, both of which I absolutely love, but I knew Burundi was my favorite. I went to the Black-Ology experience and tried the Rwanda coffee. I very rarely say something changed my life. But this coffee changed my life that day. It ain't been the same since. So just try a couple different ones. Get you some Burundi, get you some Rwanda, some Sumatra. Just mix it up and try it, because as I said, when I said hello, all she said was, "Kim, that coffee is good." So I can guarantee you that no matter which one you try, you will not be disappointed. And while you're there, go ahead and pick up a Black-Ology coffee mug or a Black-Ology t-shirt. They both come in black, which you see. Can you hold your cup up? They both come in black and they both come in white. And these make excellent gifts. Like I said, that was part of my mom's birthday gift. I sent her a coffee mug and several different kinds of coffee, and you can just make it part of the experience, because this truly is an experience. So we went to the coffee tasting on that day, and it was in a coffee shop. Are there any plans to make this into a retail location?
Yes, we are working as hard as we can to get some storefront a space as quickly as we can. Okay. We started a GoFundMe. I keep saying we. It's just me.
Girl, you speak it. It was like, because you're gonna have a whole team with a whole manufacturing process and a warehouse and all of that, and just a full front staff line. And you know, it may be just you, but it's not just you, because you have a team of people, and whenever you do something, they are there. That's true. It's like, so it may be you're the face of it, but there's already people working in the background to make sure that this is successful.
And that's another area that I'm working on, because you know I'm rather shy. So getting on camera and talking and things like that are I like to let people know what kind of flaws. Like I'm not perfect in any capacity. But yeah,
none of us are, Lord.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely we have a GoFundMe that we started to try to quickly get the storefront opportunity. So stay tuned for updates on that. We actually have another Black-Ology experience coming up this Saturday.
Okay. From
3:30 to 6:30.
Where's that going to be at?
That's going to be at Nora Cafe, which is at 333 Strickland Road, Suite 102 in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we also will be at the Black Flea Market on Barrel Road at the loading dock on next Sunday. Okay. From 3 to 7. And
where people will be able to purchase coffee and other things.
The Black-Ology experience, they'll be able to sample as well as purchase products.
Will they be able to sample at the Black Flea Market?
There'll be some samples available, but not samples of everything.
Okay.
But we will have, actually, at the flea market, iced coffee.
I'm going to be up all night, y'all.
We'll have, they can buy cups of coffee, they can buy iced coffee. We may possibly be able to do lattes, depending on what space is available, but it won't be just the retail bags at the flea market. There's actually drinks available.
Okay. So being that I'm personally friends with Laurie, I know things about her. She's a baker and a chef. Will there be any desserts or muffins at either of these events that people may be able to purchase as well?
So currently I'm doing pre-order only. Get a feel for the pre-order to begin with. And then as we continue to have events, there might be some samples or some things available.
Okay. So as you done figured out, if you know I know something, it ain't no secret, because I just wait till we get on camera and be like, now tell me about that. Because I know she won't talk about herself, and she won't talk about the things that she does. So I'm just like, let's give you a little nudge, just to shove you on into the deep end is what I like to do. But Laurie, this has been a wonderful experience. So guys, I'm going to post the link on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if Instagram will let you, but you can copy and paste it. So if you want to make I am an affiliate of Black-Ology. I don't become an affiliate, honestly, of most things, because as an up-and-coming influencer on Instagram and Facebook and all the other social media, well, people contact me about becoming, becoming affiliated with different products, but I don't say yes to a whole lot of them, because it has to be a product that stands for what I stand for, which is something that is authentic, that has integrity, and that is just gonna add value to people's life. So for me to become an affiliate of Black-Ology Coffee, it's only a testament to who you are and the way that I feel about you and your company and this coffee. This coffee.
Look, you're gonna have me crying.
This coffee. But guys, I wanted to have Laurie here today in the garden today for another experience. One, this isn't her first trip here, but I wanted to invite her back to the garden today to talk about this coffee and the experience. And so I'm gonna post the link for my personal link for Black-Ology Coffee, so that you can make a purchase. And we thank you for watching today. This has been an absolute joy. But you're going to be seeing lots of things from Black-Ology Coffee, retail location. You can purchase it online, as you know, it started in July. So make sure that you go out there and support this business. So many Americans now, black, white, Hispanic, are trying to actively support black businesses. Well, this is your opportunity to support a business that's owned by a black woman. So I want you guys to really pour into this, because this is an opportunity to be part of something historic, and it's a great product. So make sure that you support Black-Ology Coffee, whether it's buying. If you're not a coffee drinker, get a mug. If you hear children talking in the background, it's because there are children indoors playing with the cat. But that's all part of real life experiences. And if that, I done had a whole lot of coffee today, y'all. So stuff in my house is falling now.
Oh Lord.
But we're gonna make sure that the children are okay. Guys, thank you for watching and tuning in on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're watching this on replay on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this episode of In the Garden with Joyful Living. I am Kimberly Dixon, and my special guest today was Laurie Jones, the CEO and owner of Black-Ology Coffee. But guys, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.